guys, it's me up in New Zealand and welcome back to my channel. In this channel, I'm gonna share with you guys my life here in New Zealand, as well as give you guys some useful tips and advice of living here in New Zealand. So stay tuned to my channel by subscribing and hit the notification button so you can be the first one to get to know about my new video. In the previous video, I have given you guys some advice on what to prepare yourself and how you prepare yourself before coming over here in New Zealand or even go abroad to study or to work. And I keep the link down below for you guys if you haven't watched it. And in this video, I'm gonna give you guys some advice on how to pack your luggage as it's one of the important steps to prepare your trip when coming over here to New Zealand. The first tip that got advised by many people that travel abroad is packing the less clothes the better. So what I mean by this is that you just pack all the necessary clothes and only prioritize the lighter, smaller items that can fit easily in your luggage and only take around half the capacity of the luggage. As when you move over here, especially when you live in a big city like Auckland or Christchurch or Hamilton, there will be many supermarket or malls with different store of different clothing style for you to choose from. So you don't have to worry too much about bringing a lot and all of your closet. And sometimes when you come to like sale season, like the end of the year or Black Friday, there will be a lot of sales on those items and it will be really cheap. So I would definitely recommend you to pack less clothes in order to have more space and wait for other more necessary items. Related to clothes, I would recommend you to pack a lighter jacket in order to prepare you a little bit for if you're coming over in the winter time. However, don't pack a heavy one because that's gonna take a lot of space and weight in your limited luggage. And instead of that, going over here, buy yourself a new jacket from a local brand here, because they would know the weather here in New Zealand to give you the right advice on what jacket to choose from, and the material would be more suitable with the cold and the weather here. If you're planning to bring over a lot of electrical devices that have the plug-in cord, such as a laptop, iPad, phones, or a hair dryer, something similar to that, you might need to think about adapter. This is because different countries have different type of outlet. So the same thing with New Zealand. Here's a shape of plug-in, and I would recommend you to buy the global adapter, which can be adapted to different type of outlet, including New Zealand one, of course, because it will be convenient for you when you travel to different country beside New Zealand too. And also, in case you buy any electrical devices here in New Zealand and when you travel back to your country, you can use that same adapter to plug in and use, because that also happened to me. I buy my phone here in New Zealand, so when I travel back to Vietnam, of course I cannot plug in and I had to use that adapter. So it works both ways. However, if you're planning to bring a lot of devices, one way to save some money is only buy one or two of that global adapter and then buy the power board that have different outlets so you can plug all of that device in once and then only have to adapt one to the wall. This is because if you rent an older house here, maybe before the years 80, most of the house they have only one outlet in the wall for one room, so you basically have to use that power board anyway with different devices. So by doing that, you can easily plug in your local devices that you bring over, and don't have to change use every adapter for every devices. And make sure that should be the long cord one, at least 2 meter, so you can move around the room and can easily access it. And of course, for safety reason, you should have a surge protection in that power board. Speaking of shopping, New Zealanders are very aware of protecting their environment, and they don't really use plastic bags or one-time use bags when doing grocery shopping. Instead, they would use some reusable bags or tote bags, something like this, when they go grocery shopping. And I would recommend you to prepare yourself 1 or 2 type of bags to bring over, so you can have something to bring to go grocery shopping. Of course, they do have it at the supermarket, but if you prepare in advance, you can buy the kind of pattern or the picture that you like for your favorite bag. Buying clothes or buying grocery, of course, requiring money. And my next advice is to bring some cash with you when coming over here. You must be asking, why is that? Why I have to bring some cash? Can I use card? Of course, it's very common here using cash or card. But what I'm trying to give you here is that before you can open a bank account or having a card to use, you need some money, of course. So bring in some cash to prepare yourself in those time. It might take 1 or 2 weeks for the bank to send over the card and everything to settle down. So having some cash with you will be easier for you to buy things and even put in deposit for your place if you happen to find to rent our place. So of course having, and also having some cash, you can prepare yourself for longer without having to send over the money abroad, because that will cost some fee of transferring. The limit of bringing cash is $10,000 over here, but you need to check the limit of bringing cash out of your country, so that you need to be aware of before knowing what amount of cash you can bring over into here. Unlike clothes, there are some items that cannot be found here in New Zealand. So my next tips for you is to do your own research and find out what are the things that not really sell here or hard to find here, so you can prepare yourself to pack. This can be a distinctive item from your country, and also depend on your prioritize of this item that you need to think of when you're packing into your luggage. For example, I had to sleep with a hugging pillow. This is the very common pillow in most Vietnamese households, that looking like this, and unfortunately it's really hard to find here in New Zealand the right size and the right firmness that I want. So I have done my research, so I buy the compressor one that have the air taking out, so it's smaller for fitting into my suitcase, and I can bring over here to use. Another thing that might be hard to find and may be expensive to buy is snack. So different country have different kind of snacks. So unless it's like a international recognized brand such as M&M, Oreos, or similar kind of biscuit like that, there are some distinctive snacks that only can have in your country, or if they do have to import here, it's gonna be a little bit more expensive compared to you bring over from your country. So you can definitely pack some of your favorite one so you can have when you're missing home. I personally don't really snack much, but I do pack a lot of items such as special kind of noodles, some dry mushroom that I only have in my country, some spices and dry onion. However, you should check on what are allowed to bring into the country and what are prohibited, because as a agriculture main focus country, they do take all the bio items very seriously when bringing in over here in order to not affecting their agriculture environment. That's why you need to check the list of items that you cannot bring over in order to avoid. And I'll put the link down below for all the list of items that you cannot bring over, so you don't pack and avoid waste. Speaking of unavailable items, there are some medicine that are not very available here in New Zealand, or you have to get prescribed by a doctor. So my recommendation is that do your own research and see what available here, so you can or not, so you can bring over your certain medicine that you regularly take. Or if you already have some prescribed medicine in your country, you can ask your doctor for advice if he or she can give you more prescribed, so you can bring over here in order to avoid all the hassle of to go to see the doctor here to get that specific medicine prescribed. However, remember to be responsible with the amount you take in, and also all the medicine or whatever medical drugs you're gonna take, it has to be approved and of course not illegal. So something for you to consider. And my last but not least advice is bringing all your original important document and some of its notarized translated version of it, in case you're from a non-speak English speaking country, over with you so that it could be easier for you in case you need to do some kind of legal procedure or changing over to your new passport related to it, or renewing your visa or anything legalized procedure related similar to it. So it can help you to save a lot of time when preparing those documents. And these are all my advice for packing your luggage for preparing your trip coming over here to New Zealand. If you guys have any other cool or useful advice when packing luggage, let us know in the comment down below, and also subscribe to my channel if you like it, and I'm hoping to see you guys in the next video. See ya.